Hi, and welcome to Retirement with Jim. Today, we're going to talk about don't get overwhelmed with all the choices and all the things that you do as you prepare for retirement. Sometimes too much info can cause you to get so overwhelmed. You never really get started. You just stop it, put it on the back burner, and you're like, I'll get to it later. And you really put off what you should start preparing for as early as possible. Um, I can say that I wasted 10 years of savings because I wasn't so prepared for everything with the 401k that I kind of like, there's things I didn't know, wasn't sure, didn't understand, and I didn't ask for help, and I should have. There's plenty of help out there nowadays. And shame on me. I wasted 10 years of not getting started and saving that, I can't regret now. It's the past is the past. Um, but I didn't ask for help, and I should have. So don't let things that may overwhelm you or scare you off because you're not necessarily feeling you're so much of an expert that you kind of like, I don't know about this. And so it stops you from asking for help, seeking some advice. Don't let that, happen to you. Don't fall into that trap. So, before I go any further, if you like my content and you like my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. And feel free to leave comments. I love talking to people and hear what your point of view is on, things like today's subject about getting overwhelmed or, seeking help. So please leave comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I'm happy to respond back. Helps my channel. So back to um, being overwhelmed. Um, it's easy nowadays. There's way too many choices. It's just, oh my God, you start getting prepared, looking at it as you get ready for, and for those of you that have retired, okay, you're probably overwhelmed is not necessarily a problem or a concern because you are now retired and, life is, great. For those of you that are preparing, this is kind of what this is about. Don't let it derail you. Don't let it take you off track. Um, for instance, as you get ready for Medicare at 65, there are so many choices. Wow. I can tell you that you definitely at times will, as you look at the book they send you, you'll put that down after a while and go, oh, I need a break from that. And sometimes that's the smartest thing to do. Sometimes when there's so much information coming at you, especially as you're doing research and stuff, you want to go, I need to take a break from it, but don't let that break be something that is like permanent or, I'll get back to that in a day or so. No, and a day or so turns into a month, and then it turns into a year, and you've done nothing. You've put it completely on the back burner. Don't let that happen. Don't be afraid to reach out, seek advice, get some help. I didn't do it. That was a mistake on my behalf. So I can tell you, don't fall into that same situation. Make sure you are, doing what's best for yourself. Nobody expects you to be an expert on everything. The world doesn't work that way. So there are people that, can help, and, look for the right help and do your research. As you go along, don't compare yourself to others too. Remember, your plan is all about, what's good for you. And it's a lot of times people kind of get a little off track, because they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. They think they got to do what somebody else is doing. And that kind of leads to that little bit of an anxiety that, maybe they're not doing as well and not as much. And, you are you. You're doing your retirement for you. So don't compare to others. Make sure that you are doing the best you can, that is for you. The more comfortable you are with your plan, the more confident you will have in it. And that's a great way to keep away from the anxiety of, feeling like, oh, I might be going down the wrong direction and, in the wrong path and you're not sure. Keep in mind that anything you do also is not etched in stone. You can change your plans at any point, or even if once you put something in place, it's kind of like your portfolio. You can make adjustments to your portfolio all the time. How it's performing, how you want it to perform. Well, the same with the choices you make. Nothing is kind of permanent. There's always things that you can adjust to, and then you roll with it, and you're like, yeah, maybe 6 months down the road or 3/4 of a year away, you're suddenly, this is not working so well. Well, then you start looking at, what you need to adjust, whether it's a change in your portfolio, if it's got to do with your medical, your Medicare, you can, you have a yearly sign up. So, you only get to sign up once a year, but you still can make changes. You can prepare for that and kind of go, okay, not working for me. I want something different. So comparing isn't always a good thing. It is good in the sense that it gives you, okay, how is this working? You can ask, people's input, how it works for them and whatnot, but only use it as a guideline for yourself. Don't do, oh, I got to do what Johnny over here is doing or Susie over here is doing. No, you do what, you do you. You do what makes sense for you and what you're most comfortable with. You'll, believe me, in the end, you'll be happier for it. Along with that, don't live a life of regret. You know what? The past is the past. You're going to make choices. Some of them are going to work out and be great, and there are going to be a few that probably don't. And, and that's okay. That's not necessarily a tragedy, because like anything else, you can make adjustments. So remember that, the regrets, you can't do anything about it. You can kind of just look at it and go, okay, that didn't work out so well. Here's what I'm going to do to change that. I'm going to make a change, whether it's in your plan, your portfolio, in your medical, adding some insurance, something that, will help and benefit you. So keep in mind that, the future is what you're really taking care of. And so, along with that, don't worry about regrets, because you can't do a darn thing with them. So, short video today. I just wanted to kind of tell you, don't get overwhelmed with what you're doing. Keep striving away. For those of you that have retired, enjoy. And for those of you preparing, keep working at it. You'll get there. Stay positive. You will be able to retire. I know you will. So with that, I'm going to say have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.